Surah 73, Al-Muzammil. By the one who is denoted by the name Allah, who created my being with his names in accord with the meaning of the letter B, the Rahman, the Rahim. O covered one, Muzammil, arise in the night except for a little, half of it or less, or increase it and recite and contemplate upon the Quran. Recited. Indeed, we will send upon you, make you experience in your consciousness a heavy word. Arising in the night gives greater perception and clarity in the evaluation of the call. For during the day you are occupied. Remember, dhikr, the qualities of the names comprising your essence, your Rabb, and seclude yourself to him in complete devotion. He is the Rabb of the East, that which shines, and the West, that which extinguishes. There is no God, only who. So take only him as the disposer of your affairs. Be patient about what they say and depart from them with a pleasing departure. Leave me to deal alone with those who deny in their abundance. Give them respite. Indeed, there are chains and hellfire with us. Note, Imam Razi, a renowned interpreter of the Quran, says the following about the symbolism used in regards to the suffering of hell. These four states may be seen as the spiritual results of what the person did in his life. Heavy irons is symbolic of his former material interests and the continuation of his imprisonment to his bodily pleasures. The day when they are no longer able to actualize these irons and chains become the means to prevent the resurrected person, ego, from reaching the states the stations of sublimity and purity thereafter. These spiritual irons bring about a spiritual fire, for when the person feels a strong desire for a bodily pleasure and is unable to attain it, a sense of severe burning takes place within his being. This is the meaning of the burning hellfire. The sinner in this state feels in his throat the pain of separation from the things he desires and the suffocating sensation of being deprived of them. This is the meaning of the expression food that gets stuck in their throats. And finally, because of being in this state, he is bereft of the company of those who are enlightened with the nur of Allah and sanctified. Thus, the meaning of severe suffering. But know that I am not asserting that the meaning of these Quranic expressions are confined only to what I say. And food that gets stuck in their throats and a severe suffering. At that time the earth, body, and the mountains' ego identities will be shaken, and the mountains will become a heap of dust. Indeed, just as we disclosed a Rasul guided the reality purifier to Pharaoh, we have also sent a Rasul messenger to you as a witness. Pharaoh disobeyed that Rasul messenger, and we seized him with a destructive seizure. If you are ungrateful to the disclosed reality, how will you be protected at that time, which will make the children gray-haired and old? The heaven will split apart therefrom. His promise is fulfilled. Indeed, this is a reminder, so whoever wills may take the way that leads to his Rabb. Your Rabb knows that you arise in 2/3 of the night, or half of it, or a third of it, and so do a group of those with you. And it is Allah who determines the night and the day. Allah knows you will never be able to evaluate it and accept it and accepted your repentance. So recite, comprehend what is easy for you of the Quran. Allah knows that there will be among you those who are ill and those who travel throughout the land seeking the bounty of Allah, and those who fight in the way of Allah. So recite what is easy from it and establish salat. Maintain your turning with observation. Give alms and give a good loan to Allah. Whatever good you give for yourself, you will find it much greater and better in the sight of Allah. Ask forgiveness of Allah. Indeed, Allah is the Ghafur, the Rahim, the Facer, the Merciful. And let us remember, when it comes to salat or any other thing that's required or good to do, pick a way to do it, I mean, as far as fulfilling what is commanded about it, which you can do. If you're doing extra prayers, sometimes you're going to do more, sometimes you're going to do less. If you're doing the required prayers, you make it through what's required. And if you're leading prayers, you want to pay attention to the sort of people you're leading, or sometimes you don't know, so just keep it, a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the obliged prayers.